Disclaimer. All footage shown in this video is respectively owned by Toho. I only use it for entertainment purposes and do not wish to claim any right over the property. Now, please enjoy the video.
Kiyu, I know you can hear me. You and I are going to get along just fine. Now, let's have some fun.
It's been a while, G-fans, but we're back on another Godzilla theory. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Now, Godzilla against Mechagodzilla is turning 20 years old this year on December 14th, if I remember correctly. And it's not to say it's probably my favorite Godzilla movie after Godzilla Final Wars, making my second favorite, technically. Recently, I watched the movie for probably the 5th time, and there were a few things I noticed that I had not actually noticed before. These were minor details that possibly other people may have missed as well, so I decided to do a video on it. So, here are 3 minor details in Godzilla against Mechagodzilla that I realized. So, are you ready?
Okay, we are go.
Probably one of the most iconic scenes in Godzilla against Mechagodzilla is the scene where Kiryu goes rampant and his eyes change from yellow to red. Now, you'd think it's just the bulb in the eyes that changed color, as we do see later in Tokyo SOS that there is a bulb beneath his eyes after part of his face is blown up by Godzilla's atomic breath. But here's something I noticed. When Kiryu is in the hangar being either repaired or ready for battle, his eyes, the glass over his eyes, is yellow. Yet after his rampage scene where he finally runs out of power and obviously powers down, you can see the glass over his eyes has changed from yellow to red. It's not just the eye color of the bulb that has changed, but in fact the glass as well. Interesting little detail. I wonder if that was also the previous Godzilla's doing, or just to help the suit's eye color change.
Sighted nearby. Evacuate the area immediately.
Hey! Come here!
Okay, the next one, a lot of baseball fans may have seen this, but Hideki Matsui's cameo appearance in Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, as Kiryu is being prepared to launch, well, he technically is being launched to go fight Godzilla. But did you know, he made a second cameo appearance? It was during the Tokyo blackout scene. Whilst power was being cut from Tokyo, you can see Matsui practicing his swing in his home just as the lights go out. It took me 5 watches to actually realize it was actually him in the scene. Now, on to our final thing I noticed. This is probably the weirdest and most interesting. I do not actually have a theory yet on the fact behind this one. But during this scene, after Godzilla's blasted down Kiryu once more and Akane has taken manual control over the mech, when Akane screams, "Kiryu, power, give me power," we see Kiryu's face just before he stands up and there's some sort of glint in his eye. I put the scene up here slowed down just so you can see it. There's some spiral motion in his eye that is not there. When I watched this scene, I spotted it at the last second, and I was like, wait, let me check that out again. So rewind, sorry, and yes, it's there. I may end up doing a theory video on what this actually is, but for now, we may not know. It's an interesting little detail that Toho went to putting into the film, and honestly one of the weirdest of the three that I noticed. Now, before we end, here's a bonus thing I realized that's split between both Godzilla against Mechagodzilla and Tokyo SOS. The markings on Kiryu's face, they run from his eye down to about his lower jaw, only light up red twice between the two movies. The first being in Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, obviously, as Kiryu powers on once more after being recharged, shortly after the Tokyo blackout. And then again in Tokyo SOS, when Godzilla's spirit takes control over the mech once more after hearing Godzilla's roar. This is an interesting fact, as why would the AMF actually add this into the mech, as if it doesn't suit a function? It has no function on the mech. It probably is just something that Kiryu has, that the spirit of the previous Godzilla put into him. I have a theory that might indicate also Kiryu being possessed, as seen in Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, his eyes changed red at first, and now this piece lights up red. This could indicate as well, which I will build on possibly another theory, that during his final fight with Godzilla, in Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, Kiryu was partly in control of himself as well. This is a topic for another video though, as we have covered the main 3 points, plus this bonus one. So, until next time, G-fans, I'll be seeing you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed, and tell me, did you notice any of these 3 things, plus the 4th bonus one? Until next time, goodbye.